So I'm actually going on a long haul flight here soon, and I want to share some of the tech that I bring with me that kind of helps me in my experience when I am in flight. So these are my 7 tech essentials I think everybody should have in some shape, form, or fashion, so let's get into them. But now, before we continue, if you enjoy videos like this one where I talk about some of my accessories, definitely consider subscribing to the channel because it helps us motivate us to make more videos like this. But now, let's get into my in-flight must-have accessories. Let's get into it. So funny enough, the first one is one that I've misplaced, and I've already placed an order on Amazon to get another one because that's how important it is for the in-flight entertainment and the in-flight experience for me personally. And this is going to be the Airfly Bluetooth adapter by a company called 12 South. They've made this for years now at this point, and it went viral a couple of years ago, but I still use it on pretty much all of my flights that have in-flight entertainment. So this allows you to connect directly into the entertainment system, but then use your own Bluetooth headphones, whether it is AirPods Pro or something like the Sonos Ace, which we're going to talk about in this video. And it does just allow you to experience the in-flight entertainment system that much better and not rely on those really tinny, very cheap, free headphones that you get from the actual airlines themselves. Now, some airlines are natively starting to support Bluetooth connectivity, but it's a very small amount of airlines and it's not for every single plane, and they're rolling it out very slowly. So again, getting one of these Airfly adapters is still going to last you a long time. They have a couple different versions. Some versions support dual connectivity. Some versions have the dual prong auxiliary connector to plug directly into the infotainment system. So pick and choose the one that you want. And they range from anywhere from $50 to $70. And I'll link all these below in the order that I mentioned them. But that one's the Airfly Bluetooth adapter by 12 South. And now again, since we are talking about long haul flights and we are talking about that Bluetooth adapter, I have to recommend the Sonos Ace Headphones. I've had these since they launched about a year ago now at this point, and they are by far my most recommended over-ear headphones. They're lightweight, they're very, very cushiony and very, very comfortable. They are lighter than AirPods Maxes, which is something that I absolutely wanted, and I've worn these for a 9-hour flight without taking them off, and there's zero ache on the ears or zero ache on the top of the head. The active noise cancellation is top tier, the transparency mode is also top tier, there's just zero to complain about for these Sonos Ace headphones, and they're usually on sale on Amazon. Prime Day they actually had them for $299, but I'll leave a link down below for the latest Amazon listing for a pair of over-ear headphones that are very high quality to be able to listen to your content to the best of its ability. I think the Sonos Ace is an over-ear pair of headphones that you should consider. Of course, you have AirPods Pro if you do want to get those and stay in the Apple ecosystem, but for those long haul ones, that's exactly why I have these over-ear headphones. But now, let's say you're somebody that doesn't rely on the in-flight entertainment system, maybe you use an iPad Pro, an iPad Air, or anything of that nature, you're definitely going to want to get a stand. Now, of course, you have the Magic Keyboard, which is something that I do have, but I usually don't actually bring it with me on these flights because normally the seatback table is actually relatively small and almost too small to fit, especially a 13-inch Magic Keyboard setup. So what I've been using lately is going to be Moft's Origami style iPad folio stand. And what I like about this is that you don't need a big footprint in order to fit your 13-inch M4 iPad Pro, or any iPad for that matter, onto these smaller tables because of the way that this unfolds, the way that this stands up based on the origami style. This has, I believe, 12 to 13 different stand styles, whether you are using it in drawing mode, in stand mode, closed up mode. And I love everything about this stand because it doesn't give you just 1 or 2 standing modes, it gives you 13 different ones. So I do recommend this folio if you guys are looking for it, and right now it's on sale for less than $40, which again, I think Apple's folio case is either $59 or $69, and it only has 1 or 2 viewing angles. So this one to give you 13 different ones for almost half the price. Again, absolute no-brainer, especially if you're flying those Spirit Airlines or Frontier Airlines kind of flights where that seat back table is like this big at this point. So definitely consider getting one of those if you do want to use your iPad as your main form of entertainment. And now, maybe you're somebody that wants to stay even lighter than that and not bring an iPad whatsoever, and you just view your content on your iPhone. You gotta get yourself some sort of iPhone stand, which ideally is multifunctional. So I have a couple different iPhone stands. The first one's going to be the Satechi MagSafe wallet stand. That one, again, is just a bifold wallet that attaches via MagSafe, but also acts as a stand with a great and rigid type of hold when it comes to the hinge itself. So you can put this up in vertical mode, in horizontal mode, you can even do it in TV mode. Again, especially if you're only dealing with these small seatback tables that are getting smaller and smaller by the day, it seems, and you just use your iPhone 16 Pro Max to view all your content, connect your Sonos Ace headphones, use this as a stand, and you'll be good to go. But now, if you want some MagSafe power as well as that, the next one I'm going to recommend is going to be Kuxiu's 3-in-1 MagSafe charger. So what this does, so of course this is a 3-in-1, meaning that it is a 5000 milliamp hour battery first and foremost that connects via MagSafe, and it is also Qi 2, so it will charge up to that 15 watts of power. And then you can actually wind it open to reveal an Apple Watch charger, which you can actually charge your Apple Watch and fast charge it as well with that same 5000 milliamp hour battery. And then lastly, it does have a kickstand made out of aluminum to be able to prop this all up very nicely and very easily to view any content that you see fit. So again, a nice 3-in-1 that has a built-in battery pack, has a built-in stand, can also charge your AirPods as well as your Apple Watch, has a great travel charger. This one is a great one to add to any travel or accessory EDC. And now 2 more that I want to bring up. One is going to be if you need a little extra power and a little extra speed from that power to actually charge your devices. And this one is on sale for $20 right now. So Baseus has their 10,000 milliamp hour battery bank, which again, it charges up to 22.5 watts out and 18 watts in to allow you to charge this thing as quickly as possible. And it is 10,000 milliamps, so you'll be able to charge your iPhone more than once over. You can charge your iPad Pro almost fully once over, even if you are viewing content at the same time. It does have a built-in cable kind of lanyard hook, so you don't need to worry about bringing an additional cable. And it has a little LED screen on the front to let you know how much charge you have left and how much charge is being outputted. So again, for $20 to get it from a reliable brand like Baseus, I think this is a go-to for anybody that needs a rechargeable battery bank. They also make one that's twice as big that does output up to 90 watts of power if you need to charge a MacBook at that same speed from Baseus. It's also relatively inexpensive, so I'll leave those both linked down below. For somebody who just uses their iPad and their iPhone, this 20-watt charger is more than fast enough to get everything charged up while still being able to use and view my content. And then last but not least, the ChargeKey by Nomad, again, is a no-brainer for anybody that has a travel pack, a keychain, or whatever the case may be, because this is probably the most robust and most well-made kind of cable charger that you can put in any pocket or any keychain that I've ever seen. First and foremost, it's going to be as rigid and as high quality as it can possibly be, made out of titanium and also made out of this kind of military grade woven material to make sure that this doesn't snap or break or start to fray. It supports up to 240 watts of fast charging, so you can charge pretty much anything as long as it can output that much power, and it's not going to kind of stress itself under pressure. They're magnetically attached to each other, so they're not just kind of flailing around. And it can be used for data transfer as well, giving you some USB 3.1 speeds, which is rated at transferring at 10 Gbps. So again, it's not going to be this 3.2 Gen 2 speeds, but it's still going to be faster than something like your regular iPhone has. So if you need to transfer some data from an SSD to an iPhone, this thing is going to be amazing, and it'll charge anything at any speed in any situation, and it's always with you at all times. So those have to be my travel essentials for in-flight travel everyday carry, because again, you want to be able to stay charged up as much as possible. You want to be able to listen to your content or music in the best high quality, but you also don't want to be lugging around a giant backpack, especially if you are in one of those smaller seats, if you're in a middle seat, if you're flying kind of these economy airlines where you don't want to spend too much on your airline ticket and just want to bring stuff that's almost pocketable or maybe even fits in a little fanny pack or things like that. But let me know in the comment down below of maybe an accessory that you use in flight that I definitely need to check out, because I'm always looking to add maybe an additional accessory or kind of replace these depending on what these accessories offer from a function standpoint, especially if they are multifunctional like some of these that I mentioned here. But that'll do for this video, everybody. If you did make it to the end, leave a little dolphin in the comments down below so I know you made it to the end. And if you want to watch more videos like this one, check out one of these videos right here. And until next time, I'm Fernando. Peace, everyone.